Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher.
You are Pablo, right?
Yes, I'm Pablo.
Okay. Let's just wait 1 minute and then we
Um,
can start.
no problem, teacher. I will wait.
Okay, Pablo, let's start. This. How are you? Tell me.
I'm okay, teacher. I'm okay.
Nice.
I'm
Well,
okay.
okay.
Sorry.
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear
Okay.
you.
Correct. Now, the last class, we were discussing what it's about the first question in the speaking task. That is the last topic that we're gonna see. And I don't know if you check the video on the YouTube channel.
Yes, about the fungi and the connectors.
Mm-hmm. All those things. So
Yes.
now we're very quickly, we're gonna check out very briefly what is the same. Okay, if I don't know if you have any question, you can ask. Remember the independent task, 15 seconds to prepare, 45 seconds to speak. Okay. Now the
Okay.
important part is how can you prepare your answer in 15 seconds. Remember that when you are speaking, you don't have to say or you don't have to prepare a lot of things or a lot of notes because at the time that you are doing the exam, you only be speaking 45 and you need to say at least one or two examples. Okay. What you need to be worried about is these things about your organization, about your progression, about your development, your unity, and the language use. Remember that the language use is focused on the delivery, that is like talking about your fluency, automaticity, and the pronunciation. And all that will be according to your, what we can consider that your speaking is coherent. Okay, very understandable. So the focus on that. Remember that fluency is how natural you speak. Automaticity is how natural you think in the language, and the pronunciation is the way you say the words. Yeah, the same thing. So
Okay.
here we have an example we read the last time, and here we can see how this person feel comfortable about what she is saying because she's using the speaking subjectively. Okay, in this way, you use the subject I for all the sentences. Using my name is, I am from that place, I graduated in this thing, I have been, I will return, etc. But everything is with I am, right? So in that case, because makes it natural and makes it comfortable, you will mention the examples related to you and people that you actually know. Okay. So till this part, do you have any question?
No, it's okay.
Mhm. Okay. So when you're preparing your answer, you will hear the directions for the speaking. In that moment, in a piece of paper or in your hand or wherever you want, take notes or write very short words. Draw your map like intro, body, conclusion, like just intro, body, conclusion, like 1, 2, 3, no big deal. Because you know at the beginning you will start saying the context about what you're saying, and the body are gonna be the examples, and the conclusion will have, well, as the name says, the conclusion of that. When the speaking directions end, the prompt will appear on the screen, and the narrator will read it, and at that moment you will start developing your ideas. Okay, so when the narrator stops speaking, a countdown clock will appear on your screen. You will see it, and you will have 15 seconds to develop your response. Only that. Take a few words to understand. The clock will count down from 15 to 0, and that is the moment that you have to start writing your ideas. And then you will hear the sound beep, and then you start speaking. Those 45 seconds will be recorded. Okay. So remember, you start speaking when you hear the beep, so you have to pay attention where the beep is, because if you didn't listen and you don't speak, you will spend the time and you waste the time. Okay, so you pay attention to the clock, only 15. Also, when the countdown clock reaches 0, you will hear again the beep and the recording stops. If you say something else, it won't be recorded. Okay, so only from beep to beep is um, the space that we recorded. Okay.
Okay.
Now, here, as we said, good idea is just to write. What are the connectors you will use to introduce each example? Now, personally, you start with that. For example, start with the first example. For those reasons is the conclusion. Remember, the conclusion is optional. You can write it or not, depending on what you believe. Then, according to the prompt that it says, why do people travel? Develop your opinion using examples and reasons. Then start thinking about what could be the reasons and the opinion. Now you have to support your opinion. And what is your opinion about? And then you start giving reasons.
Okay.
In the intro, you set the context. Personally, I travel to learn. That's the context you will use. No? That's the idea you want to introduce. That's the context. Then you're gonna start talking about that example, explaining and giving a little more details about that. If you can give more than one example. You know, it's like one or two examples about those, but every time trying to support the same idea, your position. Okay. And at the end, if you have time, if you have enough time, you could give a conclusion. Let's say for those reasons that are, again, that is optional. Okay, the conclusion is optional. Okay, so let's compare. Let's do this here in this little space. Oh, we have two Pablos.
Yes, I will leave this one.
Okay. Okay. So let's separate this. This
Okay.
is for Pablo, and this is for Guillermo. Oh, hello, Andrea.
Hi, teacher.
And this space is for Andrea. Here, Andrea. Okay. All of you are in a computer?
I am in a computer.
Yes.
Correct. This space. Andrea, are you on the computer?
No, teacher, myself, but I have a computer in 1 minute.
Okay. Not just to say if you can write here on the screen. Now the one who are in a computer can write with text. And Andrea, maybe you can use the chat. You can write your ideas in chat. So quickly here in this space, write your map and what are the keywords that you will use for this the same prompt here. Why do people travel? Develop your opinion using examples and reasons. Okay, so write down here in this space. Do you know how to write?
No.
Nope. Okay, so on the top of the screen, there is a green bar that is saying Ben Haley is sharing something like that, sharing screen sharing. And next to it, like here is the green bar. And next to in black is one that says options. The one that says options. You can choose the one that says annotate, depending if you have it in Spanish or English. In English, it says annotate. In Spanish, anotaciones. Okay, if you click here, it says options. You have a menu, it says something. It says anotaciones or annotate. Then if you click on it, you will have a bar. We have the options, the mouse, select, text. The text is a T. So you can click on it and we can write typing.
Okay.
Tell me if you can.
Do we have to write the reasons we?
Your map, your notes.
Notes.
For this prompt. Like in this map, like something similar like this. If you can, something like this, you have the reasons.
with a, with a
Teacher, how many words approx?
Like something similar to this.
Okay.
Something like this one. Just keywords. Maybe the connector, maybe the signal word, and the context of each. Traveler, Manhattan, only that.
causing.
Don't write a complete sentence, not just the context, the ideas.
Experience. Connections. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Correct. Now let's wait for Guillermo and Andrea. Okay. Why are you clicking, Guillermo?
1 more minute, please.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I was talking with my mic down. What we have to do? I have my answer.
We are sharing our notes so we can see how we can compare our notes.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
Where do I put it?
We wrote here on the screen. Could you?
Yeah, and I can't.
Or in the chat, like Andrea?
Okay, I chat.
Perfectly correct. Show it to the people. Okay, Pablo, did you erase yours? Did you delete it?
No, I don't know what happened.
Mm.
Let me check.
What happened?
I will do it again.
Or
Okay.
easier, right on the chat is easier, I guess.
Yes. Happiness. Happiness.
So here,
Happiness. Work. No. Experience. Experience. Mental health. Connections. Okay. Happiness. Happiness. Happiness.
okay, we have these two. So here we can compare, we can share what are the opinions here. For example, Andrea says, travel due to people has a different experience with another. For example, I made a lot of friends for those reasons. I love travel. Now here, travel due to people has a different experience with another. When you're taking notes, it doesn't matter and the grammar and spelling and these things, okay? Because they are only notes. But you need to understand what are you writing, and what are the contents that you're writing, and what it means. So when you want to explain, okay? So maybe here, I don't know the context, so I don't understand very well. Just travel, because I make the people have different experiences. Here we change, it says different, so be careful with that. People have experiences, a different experience with another. For example, I meet a lot of friends. The reasons love travel. Okay, this is Guillermo. Personally, I think travel to enjoy. For example, I traveled to Madrid. For those reasons, okay, that is the context. And the Pablo's, it was later, I don't know why. Okay, now let's listen. Guillermo, you did this the last time, right?
I don't remember actually.
No, I think it was the other one that this one you didn't do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember I mentioned my wife, my imaginary wife, and
Yeah, because it was adventurous, no?
yes, I think that it was this one.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Here, let's listen to. It says, Pablo, travel, happiness, experience, connection. For example, my cousin, USA, Canada, for the reasons I think correct. Now, let's listen first to Andrea. Let's listen her response. Let me show you the clock.
It's 1 minute.
No, here it is 45 seconds. Wait. Let me open.
The timer, please.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So, Andrea, you will have 45 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The people um the people travel for different reasons. Fears because have a different experience with another people of another cities. For example, when I travel, I meet a lot of friends and enjoy this moment with other people and meet different types and the other reasons. And for these reasons, I love travel.
Okay. Okay. There are some occasions that you use the adjective in plural, like different experience, depending. Here we have different way to express, no? A different experience or different experiences. The plural is a noun, experiences. If you say some difference, yeah, you're saying something different. What is the difference? Search the difference. But you say that difference experience that is uses as an adjective, so it's you shouldn't pluralize. Okay. Now the content and organization is okay. Maybe the introduction you could go for the normal, like in my personal opinion, I believe that traveling is okay. Introducing your opinion in that way, so you don't waste time explaining things. Good.
Okay, okay.
Now let's listen to Pablo.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. I think people travel because they feel happiness in their life, and the scientific researchers has shown that the people that travel live longer and are more happy. Another reason is for experience. Other ones, the connection with other countries and other people. For example, my cousin 2 years ago had been in the USA and Canada, and actually he found a very good job in there, and he is staying there right now. For those reasons, I think traveling it's really good for people, and people do it that for those reasons.
Correct. In that one, you were repetitive with for those reasons. For those
Yeah.
reasons, people live because those reasons. So in that case, yeah, you will repeat only that. Just careful with this. And just it is okay. It's good. Thank you. And the last but not the least, let's listen to Guillermo. Okay, Guillermo, 1, 2, 3.
Personally, I think people travel because they try to enjoy different experience. For example, when I travel to Madrid, I eat a lot of local food and drink a lot of beer, local drinks. Also, I experience lots of new adventures and situations with my new friends and with my family. And for that reason, I think that people travel around the world. That's okay. Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah. You're missing 10 seconds.
Yeah.
In that part, remember, when you finish and you have 10 seconds or more left, don't say anything. Right? Don't say, just stay quiet. Just wait for the time, and that's it. Don't say anything else. Not necessary. Okay, but the content. It was good because you explained the things and you gave the examples, so it is correct. Okay. So that's why you don't have problem with those 10 seconds left. Okay. You
Okay.
can use it. You can expand your example a little more.
Mhm.
But if you don't, it is okay because you're actually explaining the example. Maybe giving more details about that the same example, but it's actually depending on you. Correct. So as you see, as you can see, at the time of this, you only need that, only need something like this. Okay, in your notes, remember you only have 15 seconds to take these notes. Yeah, and also sometimes instead of travel happiness, I would draw a happy face. That for me means happiness. Because instead of writing complete word, only using signs and some symbols, it is okay. If it could help you to save time. Otherwise, you can do it in this way, and it's correct. It's also good. But remember, manage your time. Don't spend too much time writing correctly. Don't worry if you have grammar mistakes in your notes. All right. Now be careful at the time that you're speaking, and then you will have a better score. Okay, now let's see an example. This one, Guillermo saw it the last time. Please, Andrea, can you read it complete?
Personally, I like traveling because it is learning experience. For example, last year I went to Manhattan. I visited many famous places like the Met and Radio City Music Hall. The most interesting place was Ground Zero. Ground Zero is where the World Trade Center once stood. No, it's nothing but a big hole on TV. It doesn't look so big, but it in person, I had no idea it was so huge. It is like a big hole in the heart of the city. Looking at it made me realize that sometimes you just have to see things with your own eyes. That way can you understand what's really happening. For those reasons, traveling to Manhattan was definitely a great learning experience for me.
Okay, so here we can see something like this. When you say personally, you're introducing your idea. Remember, independent should be according to you, according to your own experience. So in the content is related at your personal life, or as the other day, your personal wife, your imaginary wife, and those things, but something related to you. Okay, so we can start something like personally, like in my opinion, based on my perspective, something related to you. I like traveling because, da, da, da. For example, that's the reason. For example, as an illustration, okay, yes, they're giving the reasons. Now, in the time of taking notes, you only have personally, learn, experience. Only that. For example, introductory example, last year, Manhattan, and that's it. And from this, you take all this experience. Yeah? I visited many famous places like the Met and Radio City Music Hall. The most interesting place was Ground Zero. Ground Zero is where the World Trade Center once stood. Now, introducing more, it's nothing but a big hole. On TV, it doesn't look so big, but seeing it in person, I had no idea it was so huge. I like a big hole in the earth of the city. Looking at it made me realize that sometimes you just have to see things with your own eyes. That way you can understand what really happened. Boom. Explaining the example, and that for those reasons, traveling to Manhattan, repeat. This is traveling, repeat, was definitely a great experience for me. And that is it. Okay, correct. Now let's practice a little bit more. In the next prompt, you have, I read it, you have 15 seconds to prepare, and then we start practicing. Okay, here we go. And it says, should teenagers work during high school? Why? Give illustrations and reasons to develop your argument. Okay, so 15 seconds on the clock, and then let's practice. Here we go, 15, prepare your answer. Okay, now the first in participate is Guillermo. You have 45 seconds on the clock. And 1, 2, 3.
I think that teenagers should work during the high school because it's a way for teenagers to learn about how hard their life is, and it's a novel way to earn some honest money. For example, when I was a teenager, I worked in a Burger King. This was really nice and good for me because I learned how is to work in a real workplace, how to talk with your boss and other persons. And for that reason, I think that a teenager should work during high school.
Okay, very good. It was nice. Yes, it's okay. Yes. You introduce your position, then you give an example, your personal example when you work in Burger King. Real or not is a good example. And
yeah, it's not real, but
yes, that is the thing, something like that. Because when you give those kind of examples, sounds realistic, no? A lot of people who work in small places or some food chains like Burger King, like McDonald's, just to gain or save money for the university. I don't know, things like that. So it's credible. It's okay, it's good. It's nice. Now let's listen to Pablo.
Okay.
45 on the clock. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, personally, I think teenagers should work while they are in the high school. One reason for that could be that teenagers don't know how to earn money and don't know how hard it is to earn money. So when you work, you know how is the environment of working, and you are preparing for the next years that you are going to work. So for that reasons, is for me, it's good to work during high school, or even yes, during high school.
Correct. Yeah, it's correct. You see, you have enough time to start another argument, so it says, yeah, it's okay. That's it. Huh? Good.
Yes, I wanted to say some examples, but
yeah, actually, you give an argument about why it's good to work during the high school. but there wasn't any real or personal example in the part, so maybe you will get a low points because, but no, don't worry, you were explaining. Now here, something that is important is to answer the prompt. When it says should teenagers work during high school, you have three things. Like the answer, should teenagers work? Yes or no? What is your position? Why? Because they gain confidence in the work. Okay, give illustrations. My friend did this because he wants to gain experience. Yeah, but here you need three, you should cover three things. Yes or no, what is your position? Give reasons about your position, and then say the examples that supports your position.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Andrea, let's
Okay, teacher.
45 seconds on the clock. 1, 2, 3.
In my opinion, it's excellent that the teenagers work during high school for two reasons. The first is because they have many experience, and the second reason is because they have a different see of the life and the one money. For this reason, for me, it's very good that the teenagers meet a different works in the high school and prepare for the university.
Okay, good. Same thing here. You give an argument, why, but it's missing the illustrations, the real examples to support that argument. No? Everything you said was okay, was perfect, but at the end, maybe, yeah, it is necessary to introduce a real example. At least the last 10 or 15 seconds just to mention something. It's like my friend who works at Carl Jr. and he had free food every day. I don't know. Something. Okay. So, but as in introducing some example, only for that reason. Okay, just to answer the prompt, because the prompt is asking you to give me illustrations, give me examples. Okay, that's what they want. Now the next one, the next says, people are living longer. Why? Develop your position using examples and reasons. Again, here is asking you to give examples and reasons. Okay, the sentence is, people are living longer. Why? Okay, so 15 seconds on the clock. Prepare. Okay, here we go, prepare. Okay, now this time it starts by Guillermo. The last one we start with Guillermo, with Pablo.
With me, with Guillermo.
We start with Guillermo, so we start with Pablo right now.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I think people live longer due many changes we made last century. Right now, we think that eat healthy and make exercises every day and go and buy natural food is really good for our health. And so I think right now people in the world can live longer because they change their habits. As an example, I personally changed my habits, and I think I am more healthy, and I will live longer, maybe 70 or 80 years. For those reasons, I think people live longer in their lives.
Okay, okay. Yeah, in that case, you're saying you would live longer in a case. But maybe I would consider saying my grandfather is 97 years old and he plays soccer because his health, his diet is for this and that and that and that. No, introducing
Okay.
that is someone who lives longer in is a sibling that you can mention here. No, it's a personal, it's a family member. Okay, next, Guillermo. 45 seconds on the clock. 1, 2, 3.
I think persons live longer today because the technological development that we are making this last year in human history. In the past, a small sickness can be lethal for a human. Now, with the help of technology and medicine, we can affront this type of sicknesses with more efficiency. That's why I think people are living longer.
All right.
And bye. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Yeah, good. Now, here the same, maybe introducing another example. I like the way you explained your argument, very complete and coherent. But at the end,
Yeah, example. I needed example. Yeah.
That's the last part. Okay, good. Now the last but not the least, Andrea. Let's listen to Andrea. 1, 2, 3.
In my opinion, the people are living longer because for different reasons. The most important for me is food. Good food it's very important for live longer. For example, my grandfather lives 98 years old, and the best thing that they say it's good food and no drinks and no other things. It's very important for live longer. For the reasons, I think the best important is this.
Okay, important is this. Correct. Okay, what will you change in your speech now? What do you think we would change?
The experience,
Mm-hmm.
the argument.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is something exaggerated, but it's, as you see in the prompt, they're saying develop your position using examples and reasons. This is like mandatory to answer, giving examples. Okay, now you are giving, you're explaining, you're detailing your position and your argument, because this, because that, because that, da, 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 and it's okay. It is really good. But maybe at the 25-second, you start giving the example. No, so you can use the first 25 seconds explaining the argument, your reasons, and then the last start explaining an example, a real example. That use Doña Chonita, that is very old, and she sings a lot, or maybe you can use a famous actor or actress or someone who you really admire or like? No, like the other day I was watching a soap opera. You know, Mexico has a lot of soap operas. So in that case, we introduced one, and my mother like, yeah, for this actress act, da, da, da. And she is very old. Using an example, just to mention an example, because we need something that defend your position, no, that simplify your position. Okay, so for today, we had finished these ones, and this is the last class, the course, and please answer this little survey about the class today. And remember, you had to do your simulation tomorrow or this day, this week. You had to do the simulation, and then you can compare how much you are improved with that thing. Okay, so till here, do you have any question?
No, I'm going to
No.
take my TOEFL in 2 weeks, I guess.
In 2 weeks, 6th of June.
Yeah, I think that, well, the next one, I think that is the 4 or 5, I don't remember.
I
Of
think
June.
the 6th, because I'm gonna take it to this 6th of June, actually.
Is 6?
Yeah,
Yeah, so the
6 or
6.
5, 6. But among the 6,
Yeah, the first week of June.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going
me
to
too.
take this one.
Yeah, me too. I will see you there. Okay. So guys, thank you so much and good luck. Anyway, I will see you in the calls because Pablo, you have Guillermo, Andrea, you still have it, but I haven't seen you. You have the schedule.
Okay,
So-
teacher.
So anyway, thank you so much and bye bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
teacher. Bye.